you also, I think, believe that God can be harmful for the spiritual life.
We believe it can be harmful if that notion or if that concept of God is too authoritarian, and if you think of religion in terms of adhering to laws or rules
Yes.
which have been laid down by that God. We think under those circumstances, yet it can be harmful.
And also, surely, I think you think that God is a projection of human desire, or a projection of a lot of thwarted impulses in man. He wants to be loved, he wants to live forever, and that Buddhists must be free from these desires.
That is true, though one might say that would be more a Western way of looking at Buddhism.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that traditional Buddhism sees the God idea in those sort of terms. Traditionally, Buddhism sees God, or sees the gods as existing, but sees them as having a limited reality, and therefore as not really very relevant to the task of human development and human ultimate freedom.
You have written in the past that if a Buddhist who is what you call an unconscious Christian, someone who still has a lot of Christian attitudes, is finding difficulty in getting rid of his Christianity, blasphemy might indeed be a helpful technique. It sounds rather a strange thing for a lot of Western people to think that blasphemy can be conducive to religious experience.
Well, what does one mean by blasphemy?
Yes.
I mean, originally, only a couple of hundred years ago in England, or even less, it was considered blasphemy to deny the divinity of Christ. So perhaps one has to blaspheme in the sense of saying, well, I don't believe that Jesus is God. I don't believe that he is the incarnate Son of God. He may have been a very good man. He may have been a great teacher, but I do not believe that he was the incarnate Son of God.
Yes.
You can say that right out loud, and that can be taken as blasphemy.
I see, but you wouldn't think of, I'm sure, inculcating in your people a sense of hatred for a religion, because that would be what you call an unskillful state.
That would certainly be unskillful and undesirable.